Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill. And today we are going to have our first impressions, or maybe not first impressions, but overall opinion about the Tech 3 trade-in event. It sounds pretty good now, fellas. You have a line that you forgotten. You grinded art line in order to complete the missions. You completed the missions and now you do not play the art line. So you want to get rid of it and get something in return. Get IS4 line as an example, right? Sounds good. Well, let's see how good is it going to be. First of all, we are going to check out Wargaming video. We are going to react into this. I will give you my 5 cents and my opinion about all of this, because on the paper it sounds very, very good, but considering that it is Wargaming after all, I believe they are going to make sure that it's going to be in their favor, you know?
Want to add some excitement to your game but don't have time to go all the way through the tech tree again? Then the Researchable Vehicles Trade-In is just for you. It'll let you quickly refresh your garage and spice things up.
This is actually a very fair point, you know? If you do not really have time to play and you have gazillion of the gold, I understand that the idea behind this. And this is pretty much sinking resources, or this is how Wargaming is sinking resources from your side, right?
If you have at least one Tier 10 vehicle researched, you'll soon see a banner. Don't miss it, as the events won't be around for long. Only one trade-in operation will be available per account, so think carefully about what you want to exchange. You can receive any vehicle branch, except for a couple of recently released ones. You can trade any vehicle branch researched from Tier 6 through Tier 10. Vehicles below Tier 6 aren't eligible.
First things first. Pay attention to the price. You are getting yourself E5 line, you are giving away E100 line, and you are giving Wargaming 14,000 gold. 14,000 gold. Fellas, this is ridiculous. This is so bloody greedy. This is so bloody greedy. Listen, you know the experience trade-in events. You are giving 1 gold and you are getting 43 experience, right? Obviously, if you have collected the experience into one or another tank. This amount of the gold is roughly 560,000 experience. This is how much you are going to give to trade the line, and this is in gold. Let's keep listen. Let's keep listen.
For exchange. The trade-in affects not only researched vehicles, but also those you've purchased. For example, if you have an entire branch researched, but it's only Tier 9 and Tier 10 in your garage, the trade-in will take this into account. The vehicles of those tiers will appear in your garage, while the others will just be researched. If you've already researched some of the vehicles in the branch you want, you'll save by only exchanging for the ones you haven't. The vehicles you don't need for the trade-in will remain in your garage.
Okay, so pretty much, if I understand this correctly, if you researched the lower tier tanks, you are trading in higher tier tanks, and probably price is going to be cheaper. Price is going to be cheaper. 9,800 gold to trade in 2 tanks. This is ridiculous. This is so bloody expensive. It's not even funny, fellas. The idea behind this is good. It is honestly good, fellas. To get rid of the tank line that you do not play. That's absolutely amazing, but to pay this type of price, I would understand if Wargaming would charge credits, or let's say gold, doesn't really matter, but the amount should be significantly lower than this, right? 10,000 gold to trade in 2 tanks, this is ridiculous. This is straight up stupid in my opinion.
You can bring the trade-in cost in gold all the way down to 0 using...
Exactly. You can bring the trading costs down to 0 by using universal fragments and national fragments whenever you want to get yourself a new line. You know, nowadays, grind is not the same as it used to be before. It's not the same, because I believe some people won't do math, and they are going to give the resources for Wargaming, give free experience, give universal fragments, give national fragments, bonds, and they will think that they have a great deal. But this is not a great deal. Honestly, it's significantly better to grind it yourself, and nowadays we are getting 5x experience even for playing for Battle Pass, you know? And use this 5 experience accordingly, and instead of using this type of trade-in borderline scam, right? This is absolutely ridiculous. This is crazy. Let's see how the things are going to look like and how much you can lower.
Using other resources. However,
you are giving 11,000 free experience and you are saving 3,000 gold? That is weird. That is very, very, very weird. In this type of situation, okay, if the but it's limited, so you need to use bonds, in other words.
you can only invest a limited amount of each resource, except bonds. You can invest as many of them as you like, up to the entire cost. Don't miss the details screen.
Looked like bonds, we are 1 bond to 1 gold. This is ridiculous. This is straight up ridiculous.
It has a drop-down list telling you what will happen to everything equipped on each vehicle you're trading in. This way you can make sure you don't lose anything. Field modifications will be transferred to your new vehicles. Equipment, including improved and experimental equipment, will be sent to the depot free of charge. Vehicles' crews will become recruits and keep all their accumulated XP. But be aware that their nation won't change. For example, if you exchange the E100 for the T110 E5, you won't be able to keep using the old crew. The E100's crew will remain in your barracks for other German vehicles, while your new vehicles will have fresh American recruits. If the crews in the old vehicles weren't trained for them, they will be moved to the barracks. All elite XP from the vehicles you give away will be transferred to the Tier 1 vehicle of the same nation. You can also convert all XP to free XP as usual. If you haven't received field modifications, it's best to do so before the exchange. You can find more details on the trade-in conditions in the article on the portal. Be aware that you can't undo the operation after you confirm it. Don't let your cat near your computer when making your choice. You only have one trade-in operation, so select your new vehicles carefully.
Okay. You saw everything. Now I will give you my 5 cents for who it can be beneficial. Okay? Let's go to one case scenario. You are Arta player. You're Arta player. You love Artas with all your heart. You are enjoying with Artas, playing with Artas, right? And this is pretty much only one line that you are playing in the game. You are giving away your Artas. You are getting something what you dreamed of, but we are not brave enough to grind. I do not know. IS4, object, IS7, whatever is your preferential choice. And after that, you are grinding the Arta line again because you enjoy play with Arta. And you have a great time doing so. Same goes for any, let's say, there is a light tank player. I love light tanks. I'm sucker for light tanks. Don't give me food, give me a light tank. I am giving away a MX line, and I'm taking something what I dreamed about as an example, 50B line. Or maybe not 50B line, but let's say Jack Pizda line. Whatever that is. This is one option how you are using this trade-in, right? This is one option. I think it makes sense. I think it is alright, but still you are going to pay premium for that. 100%, fellas, this is going to be premium price that you are going to pay for this type of stuff. Is it worth it? You tell me. The other idea is to take some line which is irrelevant nowadays in the game. As an example, you are taking TIE 5 heavy line, you do not use it, you cannot remember when you played with it last time, and you are not going to miss it, right? So you are taking this line and you are getting something nice for yourself, right? Now, quick information for every and each of you that every and each line has some good things, some bad things. What I would truly recommend to do, I would truly recommend to simply Google skill for L2 index or check out the first pinned comment or the description down below. And you are going to see how the tanks are rated over there. You can see which tanks are good, which tanks are bad. You can even go deeper and you can click on one or another tank. Let's say STI, you can see how skill rated the tank. I rated it 4. You can see how community rated the tank. Community rated it 4. And it's quite easy peasy lemon squeezy to check out the things in this way, and hopefully you will get some use of all of this, right? For me, the biggest highlights where it goes, right? At least in my humble opinion, speaking about the tier 9 and tier 10 vehicles that are nice, but once again, it very much depends on the preferential. E75, E100 is great, E50, E50M is great, Leopard Pata, Leopard 1 is great, Ru Flipwagen, those are great vehicles. Even the same Jack Pizda and Jack Tiger, those are okay tanks, right? Definitely. Bobject is great to finish everything off. If you like the mobile medium tanks, T10, 277, 257 is a noob hunter, IS-7 is a great vehicle as well. The perfect side scrapper, 705 and 705A, Bladeful armor, IS-4 and STI, right? Once again, there is so many beautiful tanks that you can get for yourself. It is absolutely nuts, fellas. If you do not mind the slow gameplay and you want to have gazillion of the armor, T95 and D3 can definitely work, and it can definitely be fine, right? From the French vehicles, Batchat line recently received a buff, which is pretty nice thing, right? Especially if you haven't grinded the Batchat line ever, although it's going to be difficult to play with. Conqueror line is still great. Centurion line is still great, and you do not want to go through the stock grind of the Centurion 7/1. You know, you could potentially skip it. What else? Hori line is a big highlight. Tier 9, Tier 10, those tanks are absolutely beautiful, absolutely amazing. Vaza line is still good nowadays. Skoda line is absolutely glorious and everything is fine. 60TP line is beautiful. CS63 is like endgame vehicle, although for me it's a... I do not really appreciate the tank and I do not like it. If you love the Bushwanker Sniper Schnitzels, a Starva line or Udes line, if you know how to play hold down and be relatively close for the enemies, I'm talking about the tier 9 and tier 10 vehicle. And overall we have pretty much that's about it. So it depends on every and each of your preferentials, what do you want to get and what do you enjoy. But all in all, I can tell you one thing. For me, it is fishy, it looks a bit scammy. How much does it cost? I think if you would invest this amount of the gold to get yourself a free experience, you could simply get this line overall and it would be easy peasy lemon squeeze and you don't need to spend that much resources for no reason whatsoever. And I think, at least from what I've seen in the video, that the price is very, very, very expensive, right? And to use... this is another way, in my humble opinion, for Wargaming to sink the resources from the game. This is how it feels like and this is how it looks like. Anyways, that's what I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. Feel free to leave your comment down below. What do you think about it and would you agree with me or you disagree with me? And see you very, very soon with more content of the World of Tanks.